Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. One of the questions I get asked the most is about routines. You know, can I suggest people's routines? What do I use as my regular routine? So what I thought I'd do today is show you my nighttime routine. So this is the sort of thing that I do. You know, I give myself like 20 minutes before I go to bed, just to relax a little bit, just stop looking at TVs and stop looking at computers and stop looking at phones. Just a little bit of me time, just to relax, just clean my face up, moisturise, get myself ready for sleep. So I'll talk you through it as I go. The products where possible I'll link below. This isn't a sponsored video. Some of them are affiliate links, so if you feel like trying them out, if you follow the button below, it helps the channel and that's always appreciated. Speaking about helping the channel, YouTube has made some major changes to the way it lists programs at the moment. So what's happening is an awful lot of small independent YouTube creators are not getting shown in searches, whereas the big corporates are. So if you like this video, if you find it helpful and you want to help the channel and help me do more videos, please take a moment to like it, to comment. Comments are always appreciated. I read every single comment, and it also shows YouTube that people are engaging with the channel, and share it as well as if you can. Not only will that help me, but if you do that with your other YouTube channels as well, I hope that it will help your other favourite YouTube channels as well. Right, so let's get into it. So one of the things I do for the night time is I do double cleanse. So I will start with a balm, which is, at the moment I'm using the Dermalogica balm. It comes out of the tube very thick and waxy, and you just basically smooth it over your face with a slight rubbing action. Now it does feel weird if you're not used to double cleansing. Basically, I think a lot of guys assume that double cleansing is just for the girls, or guys too, that need to take off makeup, which is not the case at all. What it does is it loosens the binding of the skin cells on the top of the skin, gets in there, lifts all that gunk out, just makes everything a little bit easier to get off. And what you don't want to do is what I see some people do, which is put it on and then wash it straight off. What you want to do, because it's emulsifying, so what you want to do is once you put it on your face, you then get wet fingers and you start to bring it round your face again. Now, just for brevity, I'm not going to do my neck, but normally, obviously, I'll do my neck as well. A couple more dabs of warm water. You probably can't see it on the camera, but what happens is you get a milky texture as the oil emulsifies. So, washing that off, go straight into my second cleanse, which at the moment I'm using the COSRX low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. I've been really impressed with this. It is a very, very gentle cleanser. I'm probably used to slightly stronger ones with Dermalogica and the like, but I must admit, loving this. The reason I definitely double cleanse in the evening, but I don't in the morning, is during the day you're getting obviously the pollutants and other garbage on your skin, but you're going to have your day moisturiser, you're going to have your suntan lotion and your skin protection for sun, because obviously you guys are using sun protection, aren't you? You really must do. So you can splash your face with water over the sink. What I tend to do is use a very soft face cloth. It's a nice way to make sure you get every bit of product. So now I know my skin is nice and clean. I've used the oil cleanser to loosen up the dirt and crap on my face. I've used a gel cleanser to wash it all off and get it nicely clean. So next is the toner. I do the toner while the face is still wet. I don't dry the face at all. Currently I'm using the Paula's Choice, which the Advanced Replenishing Toner with hyaluronic acid. I'm really loving this product. This is probably the favourite thing I've used so far out of Paula's Choice. And that's at least the second, maybe the third bottle that I'm on at the moment. So, just put some in my hands, press it onto the skin, and then I lightly rub it in. So I'm following up now with the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. One of the things I will say about this Paula's Choice thing, the one thing I'm not so keen about, is the fact that it does feel very heavy and it can build up on your skin very quickly. So use a very, very small amount of this. Again, I don't use a cotton pad. Again, it's just in the hands and across there. I don't see the point of using a cotton pad, because at the end of the day, half the product you're putting on the cotton pad stays in the cotton pad rather than on your face, and let's face it, skincare is not cheap. Another step, which you might not necessarily do, is I'm going to wet my lips and I'm going to use a lip scrub. Now this is a new one that I've been trying from the Americano. It's a coffee lip scrub, so it looks like a lipstick, works like a lipstick, but it's actually, I mean, literally, that is espresso coffee. And circular motions. There are other scrubs. Let's see, I've got one over here. So for instance, this is a sugar scrub. This is the honey one from Lush, which it's fine. It's okay. It's nice. It tastes nice. It's sugar and honey. So you know, if you end up swallowing any of it, it's fine. But it doesn't. It's quite a hard scrub, and I don't recommend it. So I'd go for something like a minor scrub like this. Serum. So I'm using the niacinamide from The Ordinary. It's a 10% plus 1% zinc. This stuff is bloody amazing, guys. It's amazing because it's like £5, £6, something like that. But I've used very strong and very expensive niacinamides from other manufacturers, and they haven't been a patch on how good this one is. So if you're not familiar with niacinamide, it is great. It is great for evening your skin tone, which is something I suffer with, being an older guy, the skin tone. And it also can help with reducing oil production as well. So now it's time for under eyes. Now, I always put some stuff on underneath my eyes. I have, you know, lines and some crow's feet under here, as you'd expect at my age. Not too much puffiness, and some dark circles from years of doing unhealthy shifts for the NHS. Tends to give you dark bags under your eyes. So this is the Dermalogica stress positive eye lift that I'm using at the moment. It's what's I particularly like about this is it has this shaped metal area here, and the metal, even just leaving it in the bathroom, which is normally quite warm, it stays quite cool. So you produce a small amount by squeezing, you dab it underneath the eye like so, a little bit more like so, and then what you do is there's a particular technique where you roll it round from the inside out. So you do that 3 times, and what that does is it gently encourages some of the fluid that builds up underneath your eye to go off and away. It's a good product. It's fantastically, ridiculously, sickeningly expensive, but it does work. So what I do is I just finish it off there and then just use my little pinky to rub it in there. Now it's time for the moisturiser. Now some people would use a moisturiser, I've seen some YouTubers do this, they use a moisturiser and follow it up with a sleep mask as well. Personally, I think that's overkill. I think you don't need the both, because if you put a moisturiser on, the moisturiser tends to create a barrier over your skin, so then you're putting a sleep product over the top, and I don't believe it's going to sink in as well as it would do if it was used on its own. So I would only use either a nighttime moisturiser or, as is now being often referred to, as a sleep mask. So I'm using the COSRX Ultimate Nourishing Rice Overnight Spa Mask. Really, really nice product. You only need a very small amount, literally a very, very small amount, so it lasts for ages. Just do the dab technique, and then I just gently rub that across the face. It's not at all heavy. A lot of night creams and sleep masks, etc., tend to be very, very heavy. One of the reasons I particularly like this COSRX one is because it isn't. I hate the feeling of going to bed feeling like my face is slathered in cheap suntan lotion. I hate that sort of feeling. So that's the skin there. Obviously I scrub my lips, and what I do as well is I actually stick a little bit of lip balm on, just to, or again, this is a sleep mask it's called, so it's quite thick. This I got as a tester from Laneige. It's these lip sleeping masks, special care. I'm not keen on it, but it's the only lip balm I've got at the moment, so I'm using it. But it's got a very, very, it smells like cheap penny cherry sweets. It's not pleasant, but it does work, but it's quite a greasy, heavy feeling on your lips. So that's my evening routine, guys. That's the sort of thing I do. I've waffled along, so it's probably taken longer than I would, but I can usually get this done in 10 minutes flat, and off to night-night land. So it's time for me to go to bed. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Please take a moment to comment below, because it really helps the channel and the search engines. I've been Bear Clark, you've been amazing, and I'll see you again real soon.